You spent real money on that bathroom. Great tile, the right fixtures, maybe even a new vanity, and it still does not look expensive. It just looks done, but something is missing. There are 7 reasons exactly why, and most of them have nothing to do with budget. They are decisions, specific ones that almost every bathroom gets wrong. Yours probably has at least 3 of them. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which ones. A towel bar in the wrong place, a shower head no one ever actually chose, a mirror that just happened to be there, each one on its own, barely noticeable, all of them together, the reason you can spend real money on a bathroom and it still never looks the way you wanted it to. 2 of the suggestions that I'm going to give will absolutely cost nothing. I am saving number 7 for the last. Let's go. I'm Mina, celebrity interior designer. Let's get into it. If you are new here, subscribe because the value you will get from this channel will supersede any hesitation to subscribe. It's free and it makes such a difference to the team, and we would be very appreciative. All right, the reach radius. This is the free one, and it is going to change how you think about every bathroom you ever walk into. Every object in a bathroom has a moment of use. The towel gets reached for the second you step out of the shower. Wet, eyes half open, not thinking about it. The toilet paper is reached from a specific seated position. The soap dish, the hand towel, the hook for a robe, each one has a natural functional landing point based on how a body actually moves through the space. Most people place these things where they fit, not where they land. The towel bar ends up on the wall across from the shower because that is where the wall space was. The toilet paper goes on whichever side you found the closest stud. And no one has ever once thought of these as design decisions, but they are. And the result of ignoring them in a bathroom that always feels slightly off, slightly inconvenient, slightly not quite right. Walk through your bathroom and simulate the reach. Step out of the shower. Where does your hand go? That is where the towel should be. Sit on the toilet. What is the most, are you right-handed? Are you left-handed? How do you like to pull the toilet paper? And that is where these items need to live. Now, towel bars, I know, are very large pieces that can only take a certain width. So you could always put a hook by a shower that is just as chic and actually something we're doing now, and bypassing towel bars entirely. When placement logic is correct, using the room feels effortless. You cannot put your finger on why when it is wrong. There is a low level friction every single time. And that friction accumulated over years of daily use is the opposite of what a home should feel like. So, as obvious as this sounds, that is a very important consideration. Number 2, this is the most underestimated textile in a home. Towels are a textile and they are very important to your bathroom. Here's something most people never think about. A towel is textile. It has color, weight, texture, drape. It is one of the largest visible objects in a bathroom, and how it is chosen is important, and how it is hung is important. This is why I talked about putting a hook or putting 2 or 3 hooks in a row. Maybe buying Moroccan towels with fringes and putting them on your hooks can really mean something. The default approach, white towels, hanging from a bar, slightly damp from the latest use, is really not that interesting. But look at any bathroom that has been intentionally designed in a boutique hotel, in an interior publication, in the home of someone with a considered eye. The towels are color driven and they hang with consistency. The fold is deliberate, clean edge, facing out, thirds, not halves, and the fabric has weight. A thick waffle weave, a linen, something that holds its shape when hung rather than wilting. So this is a important thought process that you must go through. A towel in a warm terracotta, a deep sage, a considered neutral, folded and hung with intention, reads as a really good decision. And bathrooms full of small decisions that were made on purpose are the rooms that feel expensive, regardless of the budget. Again, this is not about buying the most expensive towels. It is about treating the towel as part of the design, not a utility you grab from a shelf and never thought about again. Number 3, the shower head is a fixture. Treat it like one. Go to your bathroom right now and look at your shower head. Actually look at it. Most shower heads were chosen by a contractor, or they came with the apartment or the home that you purchased, or someone picked it in their former life before you moved in. So here's the problem. A shower head is a fixture. It is one of the most prominent objects in a shower enclosure, which is typically the focal point of the room, and yet it is almost universally treated as plumbing rather than design. The result is a bathroom with considered tile, a beautiful vanity, a mirror that was actually chosen, and then a builder grade chrome shower head that undermines everything. So, what is it that works for you? That is what you need to ask. A rain head on an exposed pipe arm in brushed brass, a wall mounted fixture in perhaps a matte finish, a ceiling mount rain head in an unlacquered brass, or for example, the Brizo Litze Luxe Gold fixture that we just put in a bathroom. It has this very interesting visual dynamic happening with it. And not only is it functional, but it's also really beautiful. These are not plumbing upgrades. They are equivalent of choosing a light fixture with intention rather than leaving whatever the contractor installed in place. The swap is often simpler and less expensive than people expect, and the difference, the moment the showerhead reads as a decision rather than a default, is immediately visible. This is the one you cannot unsee. Once you see a builder grade showerhead as a decision failure, you will see it in every bathroom you walk into. Number 4 is the element doing more psychological work in your bathroom than anything else, and most people have never once thought about it. The mirror is doing more work than you can possibly imagine. The mirror is not just a mirror. In a bathroom, the mirror occupies a disproportionate share of the wall. It not only reflects light across the entire room, it creates the perception of depth and sits at eye level, which is where your eye automatically hits every single time you enter. It is doing more design work than any other single element in that room, and most people treat it as purely a functional object. Why not get a beautiful medicine cabinet with a beautiful brass frame around it, as an example? Get something artistic. Most bathroom mirrors are just very boring, and that quick swap out can make a huge difference. A designer uses a mirror to really set the tone of the room. It introduces a shape or a language that softens an angular room. A mirror in an aged brass, as I mentioned, or dark bronze frame does what a frame always does. It gives the reflection context. It makes it feel curated rather than incidental. An oversized mirror running almost wall to wall mounted is also something interesting that you can do, and then mount sconces on top of that mirror. There are many different ways to play with your mirror edges, and the mirror surrounds. Also, mirrors have the highest return purchase in any bathroom because it affects everything you see when you look at it. The wall behind you, the lights, the proportions of the whole space. It is a very important decision. Ask yourself, is the mirror in your bathroom a design decision? Or was it just what came when you moved in? Those are two very different things, and you can always tell which one it is. Quick pause. If you are watching this thinking about your own bathroom and you're not sure where to start, what to prioritize, that is exactly why we have one-on-one design consultations. We have been nominated top 40 experts in the country out of thousands of designers, and I am booked constantly meeting you guys, and it's been an absolute game changer for a lot of you in making very big financial decisions and saving a lot of money. A lot of you have saved so much money and have been able to really make some great decisions. So if you want a one-on-one consultation, all you have to do is click the link in the description section. My calendar pops up and we can have a one-on-one Zoom for as little as 25 minutes or longer. Okay, let's get to number 5, the vanity. The vanity is one of the most important decisions that you're going to make in a bathroom because it houses everything you own. The visual of it is important. Is it wood? Is it lacquered? Is it painted? How is it styled? Is it floating? Does it touch the floor? Most people don't really think of it as furniture. They just think of it as some built-in, something with 2 doors. And it really makes a very big difference when you start to consider door styles and finishes and colors and whether it's a paint grade or a wood grade. And that is what really elevates a bathroom. Also, don't forget about the silhouette. The silhouette of the furniture matters. Whether the vanity sits on the floor or floats, as I mentioned, and whether the edges are curved. There are so many beautiful things happening with vanities these days. You can buy vanities that are standard sizes that fit most bathrooms now, that are integrated, and all you have to do is just plug them in. There's no reason why you cannot make a bathroom look absolutely elevated with the materials that are out there. There are lots of websites. You could just Google standard vanity or wood vanity, and a lot of options will come up that are inclusive of sinks, marble, and even fixtures. I always like to buy my pre-made vanities without the hardware because I like to put my own hardware. I like to put my own plumbing fixtures, but this is where you can have a lot of fun and get things that are a lot more expensive looking and not necessarily expensive to begin with. I particularly love right now seeing perhaps a lacquered vanity in a deep forest green, maybe a warm charcoal, an unexpected latte color. All of these things are going to elevate the room and make them feel very custom. And outside of the boring shaker two-door bathroom cabinet, which nobody wants to look at anymore. And the hardware handles and pulls are, like I mentioned, really important. You could always remove what you have and swap them out with something beautiful. That will give you an instant upgrade, or better yet, buy your cabinetry, don't install the hardware, and go ahead and pick something that is a jewel of a piece and then place them on. The vanity is not a fixture, it is furniture. The moment you start designing it that way, you will see the transformation. Number 6, we have one left to the very final one. This is called the scale problem that nobody talks about. There is a reason why some bathrooms feel cramped, even when they're not small. And a reason some bathrooms feel generous, even if they are tiny. So almost always comes down to fixture scale. Every basin, every toilet, every freestanding tub was manufactured at a standard size, and standard means fits most bathrooms, not all rooms. And when a fixture is the wrong scale for the bathroom, it is in the room, reads completely incorrectly. And there is a way to fix it, of course. If you are remodeling a bathroom, I would say it is important to pick the items in the correct scale. If you don't have a giant room, I would tend to pick a smaller toilet. Why? Because toilets can be very bulky. And if you can do a small European toilet, if it's comfortable for you, you will save a tremendous amount of breathing and moving space. If you have a wall, try and fill that wall where your tub goes to as large as possible. Because having a wall and either putting a 60-inch tub or a 70-inch tub, if your wall is 70 inches, it would make more sense to do the bigger tub. So that is what you're going to put. And that is what's going to make the bathroom look a lot larger. Designers spend real time on fixture scale before specifying anything. The basin footprint against the counter proportion, the toilet clearances left and right, the tub dimensions against the actual floor plan that we just discussed, because these relationships, when they are right, make the room feel resolved. And when they're wrong, the room feels permanently off. Try and get the biggest tub in your space. That is always my recommendation, because a small tub is uncomfortable and regardless can look very idiotic in your space. So before you specify any fixture, please put the dimensions on paper, tape them down on the floor if the room is empty, or around what's in there, and take a look at it visually and see how it feels. Make sure the bathroom is convenient. Make sure it works for you. Make sure the toilet height is correct. You have comfort height, you've got other kinds of height. So ask the questions, be nosy, and try and figure out what works best for you. Again, you're not going to be redoing these bathrooms every 5 minutes. So this is something you want to do, and you want to do it correctly the first time around. And number 7, the one I have been building up toward, is the thing that draws the line between a bathroom that was renovated and one that was actually thought through carefully. Into the wall. Here's what separates a bathroom that looks finished from one that truly is. In most bathrooms, storage sits on the surface. The shampoo's on a shower shelf, the soap is on the counter, extra towels are on the rack, the cotton rounds are on a glass jar. I mean, things are everywhere. The room reads as a room with things placed in it rather than a room that was designed to hold things. Now, how do you address this? A recessed niche in the shower wall is a great way to take advantage of space that doesn't exist, flush with the tile. and it can hold objects that are important for your showering needs. A medicine cabinet is one of the most important things that you can install. My bathroom does not have a medicine cabinet. Why? Because 12 years ago when I built my bathroom, there weren't any chic medicine cabinets, and I thought I had plenty of storage. Go figure that over time I've been using more and more and more products as I've been aging, and hence have needed much more cabinetry. This is why I'm redoing my own bathroom, and I will be sharing every ounce of it with you guys through Instagram stories, and my vlog, which is separate from this channel, which is a Red Elevator. So if you're interested in following any of those things, all of the social media handles for this channel will be below. My Instagram, the vlog, and of course, stories will be integrated into Instagram. So I really highly recommend that you think of storage as a priority and make the space. It is a little bit more difficult to do so. There's a little bit more work for the contractor, a little bit more work for the carpenters, but it is worth it. Carve out those niches, bring in the medicine cabinet, maybe bring in a piece of furniture that could float in the room in a location that's worthwhile, where you can house toilet paper and towels. But it is something very important to think about, because otherwise all the objects will be spilling on every surface, which is very hard to clean, and will be a dust trap for all of your things. Now, and a bathroom without visual noise is a bathroom that looks beautiful, where you can actually decompress. This is the hardest thing on the list. It requires planning, and it requires you doing it at the point of renovation rather than after the fact. So it is very important to take point 7 into your note taking if you are renovating your bathroom, and think of anything and everything possible to create extra storage. I have even seen people put floor to ceiling mirrors in a bathroom, which is not unusual, but they happen to be medicine cabinets. Roburn is a company that makes full height medicine cabinets, and you can store everything in them. So that is also a great way to integrate a full-length mirror in a bathroom, which is very useful, and storage at the same time. So those are the 7. The placement logic that costs nothing to fix, towels treated as the main textile, the mirror working harder than you realize, the vanity designed as furniture, fixture scale, invisible when it's right, obvious when it's wrong, and storage that goes the extra mile. None of these are about a bigger bathroom or a bigger budget. They're about thinking about the room the way a designer does, where every element is considered, not just installed. If this was useful, please give it a thumbs up. That would be hugely helpful to the algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe. We love you guys. I love having you in your home every Sunday. My consultation link, of course, is in the description section. And if you guys have a specific topic you would like me to discuss, please share. We love, more than anything, to be able to understand what you guys are looking for so that we can give you the content that best hits. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next Sunday. And YouTube thinks you will really enjoy this next video, so keep watching.